We are in the C8 Stingray. Nice. Ah. Do you feel that?
Yeah.
Definitely rear-wheel drive.
Damn, never thought I'd be chasing a Lambo.
Okay, traction control works real well. Give little homie some space. Alright, the DCT is pretty nice in this car. Real snappy.
Jesus. Is that wrong?
Dude, yeah. A lot of power. Ah. Oh, thank you. Oh.
Oh, that's a nice ranking. Whoa.
Yeah, the rear brake's loose fairly easily. But it's pretty controllable, man. I mean, traction control definitely helps.
Yeah.
But it snaps back real nicely. I think it's the long-ass wheelbase. So, thoughts on this car? It's heavy. That's kind of my biggest issue with it. I mean, I am coming from a Miata, so maybe I'm just spoiled at this point, but this feels a lot heavier than like a Cayman. And the mid-engine feel is there, and it does handle really well, but it just feels like I'm carrying a boat. It handles real nice. It's a little playful in the back when you give some power to it, and it doesn't, maybe it feels like 500 horsepower, I don't know. It feels a little, I think the only way I'll be able to really feel the 500 horsepower is if I turn off traction, which I will not be doing here. And it's probably just limiting my throttle, but it's pretty visceral. Like, I was driving it in the city yesterday and it didn't feel as aggressive, but now that I'm driving it here, it's pretty insane. Yeah, like, it's pretty controllable. You know, yesterday I thought it was too quiet, but I don't think that anymore. Oh, the first gear upshift is so nice and snappy. Okay, this is a really fun car, but it's so heavy. Like, it just feels like I'm driving an extremely well-handling boat. Like, the suspension's tuned really well, but it just, Yeah, there's no real substitute for lightweight. This honestly feels like a 4,000 pound car that just handles really well. And I don't know what the weight is, probably 3,300, 3,500 is my guess, but yeah, sound is everything. Steering is fine. It's pretty decent, like it does what you need it to. There's like no feel in it at all. But it's precise and like at no point, it turns exactly the way you expect, which is nice. Paddles are clinky. You can kind of hear it. I wish they were a bit more magnetic, but other than that, they sound great, they feel great. The suspension, it's a little hard to gauge this here just because we're on perfect roads. Like there was no bumps or potholes or anything that I can kind of feel how the car glides over or not. But here, I mean, yeah, it's planted. There's very little roll. I feel very confident taking turns at speed. Overall, this is a car that's fun to floor. The sound is good. And yeah, this was a lot of fun. The whole cockpit is really interesting because everything's pointing straight at you. Very interesting indicator sound. Alrighty.